Hi, this is Plevero Home Solutions, and we wanted to talk today about cost of sales. Sometimes, if you're in foreclosure, um, may not be in your best interest to use a real estate agent. And with foreclosure, as you know, with Washington state law, you have to have all remedies in 11 days prior to foreclosure. The foreclosure sale, so before auction. So let's say, for example, you get lucky and you find a buyer with about 2 months to go, and before the 11 days would kick in, and they have all cash they're bringing to the table. Well, at least that's what you thought they were bringing. They were bringing all cash, and things go by, and you start hearing, they're going through the process, and then all of a sudden, 2 weeks prior to those 11 days, you're told, I don't have enough money, and I'm going to have to get a loan. So we pushed back the date about 2 months, and that's not an option for you. And all panic starts setting in. You thought you were going to sell your house. Well, and you have to go find someone else to sell your home quickly. That's just one thing that can happen when you deal with a real estate agent and you're under foreclosure. Before you get in bed with a real estate agent, you need to ask yourself one question here, especially if you're going through foreclosure, is what is your exit strategy going to be if the deal goes bad? And you also need to ask yourself, if the deal does go bad, do I have enough time to find a new buyer? How much time is left? How much more would I have to pay in fees if I stick around with this real estate agent? What kind of effect on my equity is this going to have? Am I going to owe more? And most of the time, you're not going to have time to. The effect on your equity is going to be, well, not that big of a deal, because at this point, you're going to lose your house, and all the equity goes along with it. Because let's say your house is worth $300,000, and you owe $200,000. Is the loan balance? Do you think the bank's gonna get $200,000 for that? Nope, not at all. So, and you say it sells for $175 at that point. You're not getting any money out of that house. So what do you do? So before we get into what to do, I want you to look at this proposed. This actually happened. This was a home out in Kansas, Washington, that we were trying to acquire, and the first loan balance was $200,000, and with back payments, penalties, and costs, it was only $15,000, which this is actually fairly low for foreclosure in our area. But be as it may, the lender decided to get the trustee process going, and they needed to sell. But by using the real estate agent, it was going to cost them a little over $18,000 just in selling commission, and the holding cost was going to be about another $12,000, and the contribution to the buyer's cost another 3%, so about $9,000, and transactional expenses, closing fees, escrow, also that or other stuff, was going to be about $6,000. And about a little over $2,000 again on just minor cosmetic repairs. Luckily, they had just put on a new roof, thank goodness. So by the time we subtract all that, they were going to only net a little over $42,000. So you have to ask yourself these questions I had just talked about. But is there a different way of going about getting my home sold fast? And luckily there is. Companies like Plevera, we specialize in getting your home sold quickly in Vancouver so you can move on with your life, especially those going through foreclosure. What we can do is, we're going to save your credit, and once you get your life rearranged and fixed, you're gonna be able to buy another house without even missing a step. And this is all accomplished because you were able to go through someone less than a real estate agent. You didn't pay 60 grand in closing costs because you know what, we're gonna take care of that 15 grand. You're not have to worry about the 18,000. You're not gonna have to worry about the 12,000. You're not gonna have to contribute much, if any, to the sale of the home. You're not gonna have to put much towards transactional expenses. None of the cosmetic work you're gonna have to worry about. So this 42,000 isn't gonna be. It's gonna be more like 60 grand is what you're gonna get back. Yeah, you're gonna have to discount a little bit because that's in the end of the day, that's how we're gonna make money. Is we're gonna either sell the home outright after we get paper fixed and get things rolling the right direction, or we're going to do owner finance with someone who has less than perfect credit. So those are our two exit strategies that we use. So there is going to be some discount that you're going to have to be willing to do. In a perfect world, right? But in a perfect world, you wouldn't have to do this. But you have foreclosure company coming, and we really want to prevent that for you and your family, so you don't have to wait 7 years for this tragic to get off your record. So with that being said, I hope this video was explanatory enough. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact me. Go ahead and go to my website, www.ploverahomesolutions.com, and fill out the online questionnaire there, and we'll get in touch. Hope you have a great day.